Good morning, Eden Village Camp. Good to be back again for the last session this week. I hope you've been having a really lovely week and I hope you're prepared for a good Shabbos tomorrow. Well, later. There's how many more days till Shabbos? Oh, we got some people already. So today, I would like to do with you, not just with you actually, but we've got a special guest, a live guest, a live person is here with us today. Say hello, Max. Oh, he's a bit shy. Oh, there. Hey, say hello, Max. Oh, so we've got a live participant. Oh, Carly. Yay! Wow, that's so nice to see you. So today I want to do some gentle exercises. It'll be really peaceful and energizing and just good vibes, basically good vibes. If you want to follow along, you're very welcome. I do recommend. And if there's anything that's challenging for you, then you have to do it. Do whatever is good for you in the moment. And I'll begin in just a few seconds. It's maybe, I don't know if you followed someone doing movements, exercises on a video before, so I'll just give some prompts, but we're not going to be doing anything that needs like lots of guidance or anything. They're all going to be pretty simple exercises and they're really awesome. They're things that I learned and that I really liked, and I've shared them Eden Village before, particularly on Shabbos actually. And so I hope you enjoy and feel free to follow along with whatever moves you want. This is going to be a kind of qigong, which is like an internal martial art, which is like more slow, gentle, like this, but it's pretty cool, and they're actually used as like exercises by martial artists for other things as well as just being like nice in and of themselves. So I thought that might be like a nice wake up exercise to do today. And we've got the really loving Max, who's probably one of the most loving dogs I've ever met. So, okay. So if you want to make a nice little space, I did that. Put on a funny outfit, a little candle, some incense on, because I thought it'd be nice to put some nice relaxing music on. So feel free to do whatever it is that you like to do. Max has decided to take a very holy, sacred pose. It's really powerful, this resting dog. So if you want to do resting dog, chilling out dog, then feel free to do that anytime. It's a really good one. Also one of my faves. So throughout all of this, try and keep your feet flat on the ground and evenly weighted between the 2 feet, so like you're not standing. If I'm standing up, I tend to lean on one side, so just bring yourself into the center so that the weight is evenly distributed between two. Keep your body fairly relaxed, like you don't have to have any extra tension in the body, just using the muscles that you need to keep yourself up. Everything else pretty relaxed. Relax your face. Just imagine all those muscles in the face being relaxed. Maybe make a little smile. Relax any frown. The muscles around your eyes pretty relaxed. Your jaw. Leave your jaw, even if your lips are closed, leave your jaw slightly slack. Like don't have the teeth clenching. And that's really good for relaxing the face. And again, all of these muscle relaxations or tensions set up chain reactions through the whole body. So just keep the face relaxed, keep the neck relaxed, maybe do some little movements. And then your shoulders also keep down. You don't have to, well, don't have to keep them down, just let them down. A lot of us do this a lot, and especially when there's a lot of worries and a lot of things going on, then just let those shoulders down. So where were we? Feet like flat on the ground. If you can, keep the feet like a little bit parallel, like not so much like this, but like this. And I'm just going to set a timer to keep an eye on the time. And we'll do about 25 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes of this, which is really brief actually, but even in those few minutes, I hope you find some kind of benefit. If you can, open a window to let a little bit of air come in. I'm going to do that actually now. So you've got a little bit of fresh air, or if you can be outside, then that's also great. So keep your your feet flat on the ground, your knees ever so slightly bent, like a little bit bent like this, like not completely straight, it's like a little bit bent. Relax your hips, and then this is the basic stance that we're going to use through like the whole practice. But first, before we start anything really, take your foot and like press your toes on the ground, and then make circles with your foot. It's kind of like bend all the toes against the ground, and then do that with another foot. Bend, like my toes are on the ground and I'm doing like that. Then with your feet, go like on the ground, like if this was the ground, like going on the edge of my foot like this. So the middle of my foot doesn't touch the ground, and I'm making circles with the edge of my feet. It's kind of funny watching myself do this. Then go the other direction. You might hear some clicks. This is good. Making circles on the edge of your feet. Then bring your feet together and put your hands on your knees, and we're going to make circles like this way with the knees. So like this. It's like a dance. Then change direction. Okay. Then with your feet about hip width apart, put your hands on your hips, and we're going to make circles with the hips. And all these movements are pretty gentle, like you don't have to really push that much. It's like pretty gentle. Just like waking up all the different things, like warm-ups. Then change direction. And really try and feel like how the bones how your legs insert into your hips. Like feel those joints, like getting some nice movements. I don't know what that was. Now, something pretty funky. So we're going to do circles with the hips, again like that, but then imagine that your spine is like a corkscrew, and it makes this like corkscrew movement all the way to the top. So the hips are moving, but so is everything else in a kind of a circle, like as though your spine is doing like a spiral up your whole spine. Like feel all the different bits of the spine wiggling, doing like a spiral. And change direction. So if it's kind of hard to like figure out the movements, just imagine that you're doing it. And the body will follow suit. There are these magical movements called idiomotor movements, which is when, just from thinking it, your body begins to do it. So, next we're going to do shoulders. A few circles, and then the other direction. And then elbows, like 3 and 3. Then wrists. Like this. You might hear some clicks, that's fine. Then, we did the head a little bit already, but we'll just do some circles with the head. Gentle and slow. Don't have to be fast at this point, especially if you've just got up or not long got up. Basically been being still and lying down for like 8 hours. Be gentle with your body. I actually had a really strong ginger tea which was super spicy, so I'm pretty buzzing right now and feel the blood flow. Okay, so those are the warm-ups. Coming back to the basic posture, like we can call it a basic posture. Feet flat on the ground, weight evenly distributed. Keep your hips loose. Legs ever so slightly bent, like not like that, but just a little tiny bit. Shoulders loose and relaxed. Face relaxed, jaw relaxed. Belly relaxed as well. We have a lot of tendency to like tense the abdominal muscles, just let them relax. And when you breathe, the breath comes all the way down. And what we're going to do now is place, so just below the belly button, so my belly button is here, just below the belly button, place 2 hands, like this, one hand first, with the center of the palm over like the middle line, and then the other hand kind of the same. So it's kind of like this. And we're going to do gentle circles. Feel the warmth from your hand. And we're going to do a few circles. So when you're breathing, breathe all the way down to below the belly button. And when you breathe out, don't force it, but do try and like empty the lungs, but not like all the way necessarily. Like I'm not pushing it out.
Hi there, I'm Sophie Howard and I'm at Ambient Trade Fair in Frankfurt, Germany, looking for products to sell online on Amazon. So I've been selling
about the
online
breathing,
for 6 years. I've sourced thousands
if you
of different
can,
products.
ooh,
I've now
an
really
ad.
got my eye in what's the
No
right
music.
kind of product to be selling on Amazon, because you want to be able
So, about the breathing. Try and make the breathing out longer than the breathing in. So let's say when I breathe in, it takes about 4 seconds, like to get all the way in, and that's breathing all the way down here. And when I breathe out, it's like slower. Maybe takes 6, 7, or 8 seconds to breathe all the way out. So there's a lot of things going on there. It's like when you remember your breathing, do the breathing. When you remember your posture, do the posture. I'm going to do some, these are all like really wonderful self-care things. And then change direction with rubbing your lower tummy. Breathing in and breathing out slower. Feel the body relax. What we're doing now is basically like kind of recharging the body. If you're just joining us now, feel free to go to the beginning of the video so that you can start from the beginning. It's not going to be very long. Maybe you can feel some warmth. And even if you can do this sitting down, you don't have to be standing up. So if you're sitting down, you can just be like rubbing. This is like a few finger widths below the belly button. So you can be seated, you can be standing up. And just remember, breathing in is, let's say, on 4 seconds, but go with your own rhythm. And then breathing out, try and make that about double. Don't obsess too much about the counting though. Just make it more or less that the breathing out is longer than the breathing in. So, now that we've done that, the first thing we can do is make sure, checking your posture, making sure that your feet are firmly on the ground, body is fairly relaxed. Maybe you can even, I can actually feel a little bit of warmth from what we were just doing. That's a good sign. If you can't feel anything, doesn't matter. You'll start to feel things, but just take notice. The main point is to just take notice of what's going on in your body. So, first one is we're gonna bring the hands up like this. Like so, my hands are kind of down by my belly. Breathing in, bring hands up, and when I get to about the chest level, I'm gonna flip them around, and then the hands just go all the way up and stretch all the way up. And if you can go on your tippy toes. And then when you're breathing out, hands come down, bend the legs ever so slightly again. Breathing in, hands up. Stretching all the way up. Breathing out. Coming down, bending the legs slightly. Everything relaxed. Breathing in, all the way to the bottom of your belly. Stretching up. Breathing out. And when the breath's completely out, you should be down here again. Ready to breathe in, breathing in, breathing in, breathing in, breathing out, breathing out, breathing out, breathing out, breathing out. Good, just like that. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathe in. Yeah, going all the way to the bottom of the belly. Breathing in and breathing out. Slowly.
In today's acoustic guitar lesson, we're going to do something
Keep
totally
going
different.
with this.
Watch this.
Oh my goodness, I should have checked this before. Lots of ads. Breathing out. Well, wherever we live, there can be sounds, distractions. It's not about the distractions, it's just about doing what you do. Just keep doing it. So we'll do one more of these. Breathing in all the way to below the belly button, and then breathing in, and then stretching, and then breathing out, hands coming down, slowly, slowly. Again, you can be seated for this, don't have to be standing there. And come to a rest in the in-between posture, the basic position, to make sure everything's relaxed. Then, with your hands just below your belly button again, what we're going to do is one hand is going to go up, and at the same time, the other hand is going to go down. Like this, breathing in, breathing out. And the hands come to meet. Breathing in. Breathing out. There's a lot more that can be said about these moves, but for now, because we're doing it for a short moment, we'll just do the breathing. But if you've done these moves before and you know about chi and do the things that you want to do, that you know how to do, this move, by the way, is called connecting heaven and earth. So this hand that's down, really push down, and the one that's up, really push up. So you get like a really big stretch. Really push with like the base of your palm, like the heel of your palm, like down here. And a few more of these, and really push. It's like kind of stretching the two sides of the spine. If you have to yawn, let it be yawn out, it's fine. Make sure that your feet are balanced, so you're not leaning on one side more than the other. Oh, hey baby. You want to do some qigong works? Yeah? You want to stretch? You want to stretch your hand up? Move, move. So connecting heaven and earth, or connecting dog and earth and heaven. Right, so the last one, try and finish on the other side to what you began with. So you're kind of like balanced, then come back to the middle, like the basic posture again. If your feet have changed position, just put them back into position. Make sure you're not like leaning forward or leaning back or leaning on one side or the other. Just keep yourself in the middle. Shoulders relaxed, belly relaxed, breathing all the way down to the belly. Face relaxed, jaw relaxed, letting go of any tension. Okay. Next one. Take a slightly wider stance and keep the knees bent. What we're going to do this time, hey Max, you're going to get in my way. What we're going to do this time is, hey, oh, okay. What we're going to do this time, if you've got any distractions, just keep going, just plow through. So, what we're going to do next is, one hand is going to go forward like this, and the other hand is going to be like in a fist, kind of like back here. So one hand like this, breathing in through the nose, And we're going to breathe out through the mouth this time. You see, oops, and you see what happened? So, the hand that's here is like this way, like palm up in a fist. This one is like punching like that. Then, when breathing in, just go slowly. If you want, you can start to go a little bit faster. Remember those knees are a little bit bent. One more, finishing on the opposite side. And come back to the middle. Maybe that made your legs a little bit shaky. It can be, if you stand really, really far apart, it's like more challenging. If you're closer in and your knees aren't so bent, it's a bit easier. So just do what you need to do. Just keep going. Right. Next, we're going to do a really, really nice move. So imagine that there's a rain of beautiful life energy, of blessing, just like raining down like this. And in front, like a waterfall. And in front of you, there's a water wheel. So if this makes sense, right? That there's like water coming down here, imagine. And then that's pushing the water wheel like this. So our hands are going to follow the way of that water wheel. So breathing in, hands go out and up. Breathing out, hands come close to the body and go down. So imagine that rain of blessing, not just a rain, a waterfall, is bathing your whole body. And your hands just following this movement. Like effortless effort. Now we're going to change direction of the water wheel. Like this. posture in between. So if your feet have moved, bring your feet back to being balanced, and if you tend to have like your toes outways and your heels inways, just try and straighten them out a little bit, just for the purposes of this practice. It's not that that's a bad posture, it's just that for the purpose of this practice, we're going to try and have the feet parallel. Hips relaxed, belly relaxed. When you breathe in, the air comes all the way down to the belly. Shoulders relaxed and level, neck relaxed, jaw relaxed. Okay, just keep doing that for a second. I'm going to check how long we've been going. Quite a while actually. It's kind of surprising. So, I can't tell from here exactly. So, just keep going. We're nearly finished anyway. So, coming to some of my favorite parts. One is this. So, making like a triangle with your hands. Like your thumbs are just below the belly button, or basically on it. And what we're going to do is we're going to trace a line with our thumbs to like our kidneys. Hands go on the back like this, and then we're going to go down, like down, back, down the back of the leg like this, and then coming up, go up on the inside of the leg, and then come back to this posture, like this position. So breathing in, and then if you want, you can lean back a little bit, look up. Breathing out, hands down, and kind of trace a line. This is actually a meridian massage with your middle fingers down the middle line of your legs, coming up through the inner thigh all the way to this middle. Okay, so breathing in, looking up, breathing out, trace a line all the way down, breathing in, back to this middle one. Breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. And when you go down, like your hands touch your feet. So bend your knees. Breathing in, breathing out, hands all the way down the back of the legs. You get doggy kisses, and then over the feet, and then hands up, and then to like this now. Breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing in, trace a line to your kidneys. Look up. Breathing out, trace a line down the back of your legs. Oh, I get doggy kisses. No! Breathing in. Hands come to the center. Yeah. Did you like that as well, Max? So now we're going to do the same movements, but this time not as slow. It's a little bit faster. And we're just going to do like breathing in to here. So breathing into here like in the beginning. Breathing out all the way down. But when you breathe in again, coming straight back up to the kidneys. So it's just like one out breath and one in breath. So breathing out, tracing a line down the back of your legs. Breathing in, trace a line on the inner side of your leg, all the way up to the belly button and then across to the kidneys. And breathing out. When you're going down to like sweep your hands over your feet, you can bend your legs as much as you need. If you can also do this sitting down, that's no problem. If you can't for some reason bend down, you could massage this area. You could even do things like this, like imagining that there's like, and do like this. Okay, then that's the last one of those. Take a few seconds to just feel any benefit from that. Maybe feel more relaxed. Maybe you notice some tension in a particular part of your body. Maybe you're feeling a nice subtle sensation running through your body. Whatever it is, just take notice of it. Let it be. If it's any tension, try and loosen that up. Just let that go. Right. Then for the last and my absolute favorite move, imagine that there's like a rain, like a beautiful, beautiful rain of light, like some beautiful light, some beautiful heavenly energy, some blessing energy. And what we're going to do is, stretching out our arms, breathing in, we're going to catch as much of that as we can, like gathering it all in, and then bringing it into the body, breathing out, like kind of smoothing it through our whole body with our hands. So when we're breathing in, catching all that incredible heavenly energy, that heavenly blessing, and then smoothing it through our whole body. And just imagine it being a very pleasant experience, this wonderful energy. So if you're hot, it's like a really nice cool energy. If you're cold, it's a beautiful warm energy. Or whatever sensations resonate with you, but just that it's this very, very wonderful, you probably can feel it anyway, it's a very pleasant thing. So, I'm going to do a couple more of these, just to get in the practice of it, gathering blessings. Imagining that rain of energy, that rain of blessing, and gathering it all in with our hands, gathering as much as you can, and then distributing it through the whole body. And what we can do now is when we're taking an in-breath and our hands are going up, when our hands get to here and we're about to start making the out-breath, say the words of the Shema prayer. So if you want, you can have your eyes closed, and then we're going to say one word of the prayer each time we go down, so it's going to be 6 breaths. Shema. Really gathering that in. Just enjoy whatever it is that's happening. Okay. I hope that's been a pleasant experience for you. I don't know if you've done any Qigong before. This was like an abbreviated practice. But I hope it was easy for you and enjoyable. And if there's any of the things that you can't do, feel free to adapt them or just be peaceful with yourself. And these are really great self-care techniques. These are really wonderful. If you have any questions, you can leave a comment. I'll check back. And yeah, you may notice that if you have a pet in your house, they may be attracted to your good vibes and come in and want to participate. Isn't that true, Max? Oh, isn't that true, Max? Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, I think that's evidence of how that this stuff works. So be well, everybody, and be happy. And from Max and I, say Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Oh,